Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy RGG, a regular gun guy. Welcome to my YouTube channel, where I bring you gun content that everybody can relate to. If this is your first time here and you enjoy this video, leave me a thumbs up and smash that sub button. And if you're returning to the channel, I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. PPP. This is a PPP video, and I ain't talking about the loan or the money that people's up. This is the peer pressure purchase. This is a straight up peer pressure purchase. I talk about this a lot, and I just wanted to cut right to the chase, man. Nope, Springfield didn't send me this. Nobody gave it to me. I went and bought it, and it was all peer pressure. Online, YouTube, peer pressure. If you know I've been a strike bar guy from day one. Long time. I've been rocking with the Grand Power Strike Bog SP983, man. That is like the go-to. I even got a YouTube short that's been really doing very well for a while, where I talk about this is the best PCC under $1,000, which is the Grand Power Strike Bog. Today, we talking about the Springfield Kuna. This little bad boy right here, man. You say, well, why was this a peer pressure bog? What make you want to go get that thing? I got a Grand Power Strike Bog. I got AP5. I got all these 9mm PCCs. Why do I need another one, man? It's a PCC. So what? Roller delay blind. Who cares? Then I went down to a show in Atlanta. I got a chance to see it in person. So what? This little, and so what? I got a little folding, but so what? I don't care, because I was hating. If I'm lying, I'm flying. I was hating. I felt like, why are they trying to come up with something that they think better than the strike bog or could be? And I was hating, man. Most people don't admit when they was hating. I'm gonna go ahead and say it before y'all say it. I could not push myself to believe that there was something else that I should be interested in. Mind you, I've never worked with Global Ordnance before. I know for a fact that a bunch of people went out and bought Grand Power Strike Bogs just based off of hearing my mouth, because I was just running off about this gun. I bought the strike bog back then, not even knowing what I was buying. I got attached to it, man. This was like my everything, my go-to PCC. I just loved it to death. That's why I always talked about it. What made me interested in this one, there were so many comments out there saying, well, what about the Kuna? What about the Kuna? Well, in my head, the Kuna has not established itself yet, right? So they ain't been around long enough. What are we talking about? Then I found out, well, Springfield don't technically make the gun. The gun is made by a company called HS Products, and basically Springfield imports the gun. Then when you really look at it, I was watching Honest Outlaw. Ooh, you make me sick sometimes, Honest Outlaw, because, I be trying not to really listen to where I just want to get my own, I want to do my own research, do my own work. But then he drugged the thing through the mud, ran over there with the car. So long story short, here we are. Now, ultimately, I'm going to bring out my Grand Power Strike Bog. I'm going to bring out my AP5, and we're going to do a head-to-head battle with all of them. But first, I need to take this Kuna through the paces. I didn't want to just bring it out and just straight up do a comparison out the gate. I want to run the Kuna and then say, yeah, I like it, or nah, I don't even like it. It ain't even worth running it up against the other one. So I waste my time. So I'm going to make sure I run it today. I'm going to take it through my rating system that you guys have become familiar with. And I told you, this is a universal rating system, so it works for pretty much any firearm, any type of firearm. Now, I've got about 50, 60 rounds through it, because I brought it out maybe a week ago when I took it fresh out the box just to fire it and see what I thought, which brings me to today, because I really want to get it out here and run it. I got about 500 rounds of ammo. I'm gonna run my mixed bag, some hollows, some 147, 24, 115. I'm running it all through this thing today. A bunch of steel case stuff I got. Let's see. Let's get to it. So like I said, this is not my first time actually shooting this firearm. First time I brought it out to the range, I didn't have anything on it. I just took it out the box and started shooting it. Now, I've put a Hollow Sun Ames on there. I want to send a huge shout out to Optics Planet for always making sure that I have, the right accessories, and they can do the same for you. We got the Hollow Sun Iris up top, the Iris GR2, and then we got a Hollow Sun Ames up here, which I got to get this all mounted a little bit better, but I thought it looked cool for today. We're going to go ahead and get this thing sighted in. I'm at about 15 yards. I'm going to sight it in at 15. Once I know that I'm sighted in, then we're just going to run this thing before I can give you any scores or any rating, and then we'll come back, talk about everything as we go. All right, I think I'm sighted in, so I'm at 15 yards. Off safe. Turn my dot up a little bit, just a little. There we go. That was hot. All right, I'm shooting high. Let me bring this thing down some. All right, I hope I'm good now. I took a few shots, and I'll show y'all here in a second. I took a few shots, and I was shooting high, so I adjusted it and made the adjustments and brought it down. So let's try to shoot these 5 and see. All right, let's go down. See what we came up with. One, two, three, four, five. So when I shot the first time, I was way up here. I brought it down. These were when I first started sighting it in, but shot up here, brought it down. Then I took these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That ain't bad. That ain't bad, 15 yards. I just want to keep running it. I'm about to shoot at some steel now. I'm right at around 20 yards. I may back up a little bit here in a little bit, but let's just shoot it because that's what everybody want to know is how I shoot. Ooh, missed that one. Ah, missed. Ah. Ah. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll go ahead and run some steel case. Let's see how that goes. Boy, I'm having fun running this thing. Woo! This crazy. Take a look at the recoil. Empty. I'm impressed so far, man. I am really impressed with this. Just running with the can. I got the GSL Phoenix. Shout out to GSL, man. Mr. Greg over there makes one of the quietest suppressor. He's like the suppressor guru. We're gonna put this on this Kuna and see what that runs like. I'll be right back because you know how YouTube rules are. We got the can on. I'm running some 147 grain Federal. Let's see what this thing shoot like and what it sounds like suppressed. Wow. What do I need these for? Don't even need them. So I decided to back up to 50. You should be able to see the target somewhere back up off in between there. Off in between. That's a word, actually. We made that word up in my neighborhood, off in between. It's back yonder somewhere. I'm going to try to see if I can hit from 50 with the Kuna. Got him. Miss. 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 Missed again. I got 1 out of 5. You know, I don't know what my expectation was coming in. Like I said, at first I was hating, I ain't gonna lie. The way that my rating system works real quickly is there's 10 categories. I rate each one of the categories from 1 to 10. 1 being, oh my God, let it go. 10 being, yes, it scored perfect in that particular category. For a possible score of 100, which would make it the perfect gun, right? 10 categories we go over is packaging, build quality, the features, trigger, performance, availability, usage. And then we had what I call brand recognition, we changing that. We're gonna do aftermarket support, customer service, and stuff like that. Then we doing reliability, and reliability is up until the point of this video. Because again, I can't tell you the overall reliability. I haven't had it very long, and then we'll go into the value. So we'll start out with the packaging. For packaging, I gave it a 7, right? Because it comes in a box. It comes in a cool black Kuna box. You get the 2 magazines and everything that comes with it. But a lot of the firearms that's kind of in this, that you would compare it to, they actually come with the hard cases, the carrying cases, like the Strike-Bog, the AP5, guns like that. So, you know, at the end of the day, I gave it a 7 on the packaging. They could have gave us a hard case. Let's get into build quality. So for build quality, I gave this an 8. And the reason I gave it an 8 is partly because of the brace. The brace to me, it don't feel cheap, but it don't feel premium either, right? And I also saw in a Honest Outlaw video where he dropped this on concrete, and put this on safe, where he dropped this on concrete and the brace actually broke. So that kind of told me that, but when I got it, I kind of noticed that the brace is just, oh, it's cool, it works, it does the job, so I just gave it an 8. Now, features? We'll talk about features? 10. Man, this gun has every possible feature that you would want on a PCC. It's 100% ambi, because I can't say the full word. So as you look, you can release the magazine, drop the bolt on both sides. Ambi controls. Okay, you can switch the charging handle to either side. The charging handle is a folding charging handle, and it feels pretty solid, right? I like the charging handle. It got a full pick rail on there. You got some M-lock slots. Even though, you know what I'm saying, you don't have a ton of real estate to work with, it's okay. It's got stippling in all the right places. Another dope feature that a lot of these PCCs don't have is the AR style grip that's interchangeable. So I could change that grip out on this if I wanted to. It's got the nice flat face trigger on it. We'll talk about the trigger here in a little bit. But I mean, every possible feature, even come with the iron sights on there, right? They're basically low profile sights when they're down, but you can flip them up front and back. But I got the laser on the front, so I can't flip the front one up, but they flip up to higher sights. I don't know if this will be my final configuration. I just kind of did this to bring it to the range today. You know, it's threaded so you can suppress it. Again, man, every possible feature that you would want on a PCC, so I gave it a 10. Right, now for all my trigger snobs. So here we go. Whoa, I didn't even mean to pull it that time. That's crazy. All right, here we go. I didn't check the poundage, but that's the take up right there. That's your wall. Then it's got a little creep to the brake, like a little creep, brake. Right there. So to me, I think the trigger is really good. I like it, but for snobs, you know how I go. But I gave it an 8.5, you know, good trigger to me. Performance, 10. When you go look at the recoil, the gun does not recoil. The roller delayed blowback system works in this firearm. It just performs well, man. Everything about it to me was great. It performed excellent. Accuracy, I was able to hit from 50 yards with it. It just did everything that it was supposed to do in terms of performance, so I gave it a 10. Now we'll talk about availability. I gave availability a 9. Would have gave it a 10, but it keeps selling out everywhere. Like when you're trying to find it, when I was looking for it, I was having a little difficulty finding it. Only one store in the whole area had it. You can find them, so they're readily available, but I gave it a 9. They do go out of stock. They restock them fast, and a lot of people buying these up, and for good reason. Usage, I gave it a 9.5 for usage. You could pretty much use this for anything, man. I think that this would make an awesome home defense setup. This make an awesome plinking gun. This would be cool for competition and PCC stuff. I think a backpack gun, pretty much anything. Like, you know, I think maybe the only thing you ain't gonna use is shooting long distance, right? But pretty much anything else that a 9mm will handle, this gun will do it. I've seen guys shoot it out to 300-400 yards. 9.5 for usage. You can use it for just about anything. Aftermarket support, which we went from brand recognition to aftermarket support, and I'll kind of wrap in warranty and customer service and all of that stuff to it. I ended up giving it a 8.5. You can already find stuff for it, right? They already make the lower that takes Scorpion mags, because some people complained about the magazines. I've had no issues with the mag. It's got the steel feed lips. And the magazine ran just fine. Like, I had no issues today. So they plastic mags, but they cool and they don't cost a whole lot of money. So I gave aftermarket support an 8.5 for now. I think that number will go up because just like they did with the Grand Power Strike Bar, they're gonna start making all types of stuff for this gun, and the aftermarket support gonna be through the roof. Let's talk about reliability. So practical reliability is the word I like to use because I can only tell you how reliable it is up to the point of this video. Right now I got about 500 rounds through this thing and I have not had one failure. I've ran my mixed bag through it. I've ran a whole magazine or two of hollow points. I've ran 147 grains suppressed, 124 grains suppressed. I ran 124, 115, different brands from Federal to Monarch to some Blazer stuff. So I've ran this thing today like crazy. It warmed up on me. It did get hot. I ain't gonna lie. The suppressor got hot, everything, but it never stopped running, man. Never stopped running. Lock back every time, lock open when it was empty. Reliability, 10. I can only give you the reliability up until the point of this video. Last but not least, bang for your buck, the value. Woo! Y'all know how bad I wanted to get this a 10. I gave it a 9.5. I think it's priced fairly. You can find this right around a stack band, research the terminology, maybe a little over that when you want it with the brace on there, but without the brace, under a rack. Again, when I do this scoring, it's scored based on what it is. Like, I wouldn't compare a Springfield Kuna to a CZP-10C. So this is in the realm of PCCs, and it scored a whopping 90. I think they hit a home run with this bad boy, man. I gave it a 90, which puts it in the awesome, highly recommended. I think this is tough. If you don't have a PCC, or you looking for something short and compact that you can throw in a backpack and have a whole bunch of bullets, like my boy Hootie Who would say, you got something here. Now, I don't know what everybody else is saying, so you know what's next. I have to bring this to the range with my Grand Power Strike Bar, and I'm gonna bring the AP5 out as well, and I would like to do a head-to-head comparison. I think this firearm has earned that right to do this battle, because if I done found something that I think is better than the Strike Bar, somebody might beat me up, man, because y'all know how I've been championing the Strike Bar for years, man. Do me a favor, stay solid. It's free. Defend what you love.